This video explored the real-world wisdom behind Arnold Schwarzenegger's daily routine and diet, not as a celebrity flex, but as a blueprint for sustainable, long-term health. We learned the power of daily movement, evolving your diet, choosing supplements with purpose, allowing joy without losing focus, and building a life rooted in consistency, not perfection. If these insights gave you clarity, motivation, or even a new way to look at your habits, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, share with someone who needs this, and subscribe for more grounded, real-life inspiration. What if the secret to transforming your body and your life wasn't about doing more, but doing better? In a world obsessed with extremes, one man quietly rewrote the rules. Arnold Schwarzenegger's daily routine might surprise you. It's not built on intensity, but intention. And in this video, we'll unpack how his habits, from simple morning workouts to joyful eating and disciplined mindset, can unlock real, lasting health for anyone. If you've ever felt lost in trends, overwhelmed by routines, or stuck in your own cycle of start and stop, this message is your reset button. Because inside these habits are answers, not just for your body, but for your mind, energy, and future. So stay until the end. What you discover might change the way you treat yourself forever. Most people wake up scrolling their phones, jumping into stress before they even breathe. Arnold Schwarzenegger does something entirely different. His day begins at 7 a.m. with a 45-minute workout, followed by cycling for another 45 minutes. Not for vanity or applause, but to maintain his rhythm, sharpen his focus, and nourish his longevity. He's not chasing trophies anymore. He's building stability, one quiet, steady morning at a time. This simple choice teaches us something profound. Movement doesn't have to hurt to help. Even if it's light, consistent motion will anchor your day and mind. Instead of chasing intensity like most do, Arnold chooses what he calls Mickey Mouse workouts. It may sound humorous, but the message is powerful. After his heart surgery, he learned something vital. The body needs consistency, not punishment. Think about it. Even a light walk in the morning can refresh your spirit. Stretching before work can reset your mood. Riding a bike slowly through your neighborhood can spark joy again. That's the core truth. Sustainability is stronger than adrenaline. His approach isn't weak. It's wise. Picture a person in their 40s, stressed and tired, thinking they need to go hard or go home. Arnold shows a better path. You don't need extremes. You need a system you'll still love when you're older. That's how you build a foundation that lasts. You won't feel burned out or broken. You'll feel capable and committed. In a world that demands too much, this quiet discipline is rebellion. So next time you think about skipping movement, ask yourself, what kind of life are you building? And will it still serve you 20 years from now? When you're young, your body forgives a lot. Late-night burgers, soda at lunch, sugary cereals, and still, somehow, energy remains high. Arnold lived that way for years. He admits that in his youth, he could eat anything and still build muscle. But things changed. With age came awareness. Now, his fridge tells a different story. Almond milk instead of dairy, fresh vegetables stacked neatly, chopped fruits for easy snacking, and his go-to shake made with raw eggs and bananas. It's not about restriction. It's about responsibility. He doesn't follow extreme diets. No keto, no intermittent fasting, no trendy hacks. Arnold eats for function, not fashion. He avoids cow's milk, sugar, and white bread, not because someone told him to, but because his body gave the signal. That's the lesson hiding in plain sight. Listen to your body's whispers before they become screams. Most people wait until something breaks. But what if you adjusted before that point? What if energy, clarity, and longevity were the real fitness goals, not just a mirror image? Can you imagine someone in their 50s, frustrated that what worked before no longer works now? The same meals leave them bloated, sluggish, or mentally foggy. That's not failure, it's evolution. Just like your priorities shift in life, so should your plate. A lunch that fuels focus today might be different from what gave you energy a decade ago. Arnold's example isn't about copying his diet, it's about copying his adaptability. Don't get attached to one way of eating. Get attached to the way your body feels after you eat. Most people look for shortcuts, magic pills, powders, or drinks that promise transformation overnight. Arnold takes a wiser route. He believes in supplementation, but only when built on a solid foundation of real food. His daily shake isn't flashy. It's functional. Protein, fruits, raw eggs, bananas, sometimes even pain relief support or a dash of schnapps. Yes, schnapps, not for health, but for joy. This reminds us that performance and pleasure don't need to be enemies. It's all about balance and intention. He also uses energy drinks, but not habitually. He pays attention to how tired he feels and responds accordingly. That's rare in a world where caffeine is the automatic answer. Arnold's example shows that listening to your body must come before reaching for a boost. Supplements are tools, not crutches. They should enhance what's already strong, not disguise what's broken. If you're always reaching for a fix, the problem might not be energy. It might be recovery, sleep, or stress. Know the difference. Picture someone working long hours, barely eating real meals, but depending on multivitamins to feel okay. That's not smart fueling. That's survival mode. Arnold flips that script. He starts with nutrition, whole foods, real ingredients, and adds supplements as support. The lesson: don't chase products. Chase awareness. Before buying another bottle of pills, ask yourself, how am I sleeping? What did I eat this week? How am I managing stress? Energy comes from alignment, not artificial aid. And that mindset shift can change everything. Fitness without joy becomes punishment. Arnold knows that better than anyone. Even in his peak competition days, just days before winning Mr. Olympia, he allowed himself to indulge. A pie here, a treat there. But here's the catch. He always took responsibility for what came after. He didn't spiral into guilt or let one meal ruin his rhythm. He simply enjoyed it, then earned it back through effort. That's the real muscle, not just biceps or abs, but the mindset that allows joy without losing momentum. Most people fall into one of two traps. Either they restrict too much or they lose control. Arnold teaches the middle path. He doesn't shame indulgence. He embraces it strategically. Because when you treat yourself with awareness, it becomes part of the plan, not a break from it. He reminds us that life isn't a diet. It's a balance. Enjoy the birthday cake. Savor the family dinner. But also show up the next morning. Lift, move, breathe, like nothing happened. Because nothing really did. You simply lived. Now picture someone who eats clean all week, then has one slice of pizza and feels like they've failed. That shame spiral can destroy progress faster than any food ever could. Arnold rewrites that script. He says, you have to burn it off. No one else will do it for you. It's not harsh, it's empowering. You are the solution, not the cheat meal, not the trainer. You. So when joy shows up on your plate, welcome it. And when discipline returns tomorrow, honor it. They're both part of the same transformation. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't become a legend by being flawless. He became one by showing up, year after year, with vision and discipline. His story begins in a small Austrian town with little opportunity, but a huge dream. Inspired by Reg Park and Muhammad Ali, he built not just a body, but a legacy. That's the real lesson. Success isn't born from domination, but inspiration. You don't need to conquer others. You need to become someone worth remembering, someone your younger self would admire. Today, Arnold no longer trains for trophies. He trains for health, for purpose, and to be an example. He's not chasing perfection in the mirror. He's chasing longevity in life. That's why consistency beats intensity every time. Perfection fades. Motivation comes and goes. But showing up, even when it's boring, even when no one's watching, that's where legacy is built. Whether you're lifting weights, building a business, raising a child, or healing from a loss, showing up daily is your superpower. Now imagine a person comparing themselves to others online, frustrated by slow progress. Arnold would say, forget the noise. Focus on your structure. Build your own rhythm. You're not here to impress strangers. You're here to build a foundation for the future. Even if no one claps for you, do it anyway. Because real legacy doesn't need an audience. It just needs consistency. That's where the transformation happens, not in the spotlight, but in the shadows, where commitment quietly becomes identity. Arnold's daily routine isn't about extremes. It's about intention. It's about aligning your choices with who you want to become, not someday, but today. Each action he takes, from what he eats to how he moves, reflects decades of learning, adapting, and listening to his own body. He's not a machine. He's a master of momentum. And that's something everyone can learn from. Whether you're just starting your fitness journey or recovering from burnout, the goal isn't to look like Arnold. It's to live with that same clarity and purpose. Maybe you've been stuck in a cycle, starting strong on Mondays, giving up by Thursday, and feeling guilty by the weekend. Or maybe you've never known where to begin. Arnold's wisdom invites you to start small, stay honest, and stop chasing perfection. Take a walk in the morning. Make your meals with intention. Rest when needed. Laugh a little more. Train not for punishment, but for power, peace, and progress. These aren't big leaps. They're daily steps, and they're available to you right now. So what will you do with this? That's the real question. Will you keep scrolling? Or will you start showing up for your health, your energy, and your future? Because if Arnold's routine taught us anything, it's that the best investment you can make is in yourself. And if this message spoke to something in you, share it, like it, and subscribe. Let this be the moment you remembered who you could become, and then become it.